up, everyone? It's your girl Gel Beauty 87 here, aka Grace, and today we're gonna get into the new Makeup by Ariel and Morphe collection. So I end up getting this brush set and I know y'all probably shocked because y'all like, as much as you talk about Morphe? Yes, I do. But I do like Makeup by Ariel, so I was like, let me go ahead and just slide over here real quick and grab it. So I will say I love the presentation in the box. This is what it looks like. I already took the sponge out because we had to wet it, girl, because I'm going to stop the camera just to wet the sponge. So I already primed my face ahead of time, so that way we didn't have to worry about that either. So we're going to get into these brushes. Now this whole set I bought cost $98. Now, of course, because of that also, I didn't pay $98. Shout out to my girl Beauty Deals BFF. As usual, I tell you to go follow her on Instagram all the time, because she told me that this was dropping. Well, she told everybody, not just me, but she posted that this was dropping and that you could use the 20% off code that Ulta had. And then you all remember Adriangameover gave me a $25 gift card to Ulta when what happened? When Mother's Day came. So I have had a good discount, plus I had $30 in what was it, in money from when I had bought stuff from the 21 Days of Beauty sale. So with all that in, I only paid $25 for all these brushes. So that's why I was like, okay, I'll try it for $25. But like, that it had actually been just $100 and I only got the $25 off. Well, you probably wouldn't get this review, I'm not even gonna lie. I mean, I like Makeup by Ariel, but it's like I don't like Morphe, so I'm not trying to give them any of my coins. Ooh, child, this feels really soft. So this is the powder brush, I believe. And then this is the foundation brush. I don't know how I feel about this for foundation just because it's so soft. I like the fact that his brushes are soft though when it comes to like the powder products that we're gonna have to use. Because for the blush and the bronzer and, you know, all that. So I'm assuming this is supposed to be the bronzer one. I'm not sure. Then I'm guessing this is blush. It doesn't really say. It just has a 3.2. That's interesting. I guess I could go check the website, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just using however the hell I feel like. And I feel like this is big for a highlighter brush. Maybe it's just me. Don't y'all think this is big for a highlighter brush? So we're going to use the face portion of the brushes on camera in this video anyway. And then I will use the eye brush portion and the Codain, I hope I'm saying that right, Codain palette from Mented Cosmetics that I was putting on my eyes later on today. So we just going to stick to these. And the cute little sponge, and this sponge feels really soft and nice, y'all. When I wet it, I was like, oh, okay, I can see it's just gonna be a nice sponge here. So I had pulled out my two brushes I usually use for concealer just in case they didn't have one in here, and they don't. I'm not gonna spot concealer today, so we're not gonna use this. So the only brush we're gonna use is not part of this collection is gonna be this one. This is the Ecotools full coverage concealer brush that came in a little set with a powder brush. So I'm gonna use that just because I like to use a brush underneath my eyes and then go in with a sponge afterwards. So I'm not gonna change that. We're not gonna do that. Oh God, the camera thing is so close to me that's why it just moved, because I went to go across my leg and it hit the tripod. Anyway, this is the foundation we're gonna use today. This is the Peach Perfect one. Now remember when this first came out, I had to mix two shades, but they finally came in with Jackie's shade. So when they had it on sale a while back, I bought it. I just have not actually used it, so I'm gonna use it on camera with you all today. And then I'm going to use the concealer from Too Faced in the shade Maple. I know Andre and Jackie use Chestnut, but I like a little bit more brightness than they do, so that's why I'm using that one. This Glowish by Huda Beauty bronzer is what we're going to use today, even though I just used it yesterday. And I was thinking about using another bronzer, but I'm like, nah, we're just going to test it out a little bit more. And I'm going to use it today. And then the highlighter we will be using is the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Superstar Glow Highlighter. This is the one that I got in the holiday collection. But you all have seen it recently because I just ranked it in my, what do you call it? Ranking on my luxury highlighter videos. So, let me shake it a little bit. So, since I haven't used it before, I don't want like that watery effect to be coming out. So, let me hold it over that way because stuff has tended to squirt out on me and then mess up my clothes. And it's like I gotta go to work, so I don't even walk around with brown stains on my clothes and people be thinking something is what it's not. Because after this, I was like, and it's like 2:30 now. It was 2:30 when I started. So I'm like, I gotta rush as usual, and hopefully I can go get my gas in the end of today. Since my video went late yesterday, I didn't get a chance to. So we're taking the A24, which is a foundation brush, and just blending it out. I've only seen one person review these brushes that I watched. I guess everybody else was like, oh, okay, that's cute, but no. So, I definitely still see my dark spots and stuff coming through, but since I'm having mask on, I think that's another reason I didn't really concern myself with it too much. I'm like, it's gonna be a mask, so it's gonna be fine. But I can definitely see them. And this brush is really soft. I don't know how I feel about it being this soft. Cause I'm trying to apply foundation, and I like my brush to be a little bit firmer when I'm doing that. So. Yeah, I'm not getting the coverage that I like to have normally with this foundation. And I don't know if it's because this brush is so soft or it's just because I didn't spot conceal. But, I mean, it feels nice, and I feel like these brushes will feel really nice on powder products. I just don't so far like the foundation brush because, you know, I don't like that type of brush for a liquid product. The sponge is feeling really nice on the face, though. It's feeling a little firmer than I thought it was going to, pressing it into my face, though. So, that's interesting. I think I'm going to put one more layer on the cheeks just because I really don't like it, or probably on the lower part of my face here. And I think I'm going to try that with just the sponge and see if it, you know, makes a difference. We're just going to see how it works with the sponge on it. Oh. Okay, so I think I'm liking the complexion so far with a sponge better. Because I feel like since the sponge isn't as soft as like a beauty blender or whatever, it's not really blew up in the product the way other sponges do. So that, now I'm liking it a little bit better, the way the foundation looks. Because I remember liking this foundation, I just remember not having the right shade. So the fact that I have the right shade now, I'm liking that. Now let's go ahead and put on concealer. Sponge to conceal all the middle of the face, and then I will use my brush underneath the eyes and then come back and use the sponge after that. Y'all be noticing, like, I be thinking, you know how you think it doesn't take as long to do something, but then, like, well, I know for me, like, when I have to edit it, and, like, I'm gonna sit back and edit out the part of me putting the concealer on, because I wasn't talking during it, so I could do that. It's like, it seems like it doesn't take as long when you like doing it in real time, but then you have to sit there and like edit that part. It's like, it really takes this long to like put concealer on. Like, oh my god. At least that's how I be feeling. I'm like, man, I didn't think it was gonna take like 30 minutes for me to footage to delete just because I was blending out concealer. Like, what is going on with life? I'm kind of concerned about that now. So I'm wondering, like, are those gonna be ones I've just used to dust over, or are they actually gonna be good for like color application and things of that nature? Because it's like, I'm not trying to get a light wash of color. Like, I feel like these might be good to use with the Patrick Ta palette for like when you want to do a nice soft wash of color with those type of shades. But like, I don't know how I feel about it, like with this colorful palette I'm about to use today, just because I feel like it didn't, the face brushes are really soft, and now I'm questioning like the eye brushes being really soft because I didn't take them out the box and touch them as y'all saw. I opened it in real time with you as far as like taking things out and using them, because I've had this box since like I think Thursday or Wednesday of last week, but I didn't touch it because I was like, you know, I'm gonna do the review with them and then I just go hit on my life. But you know, so that's fine. Now y'all, I'm trying to debate on if I want to try to shoot some Instagram footage for Monday, if I'm just, you know, keep it real simple. I don't know, because I have a couple videos already filmed, but I was like thinking about filming some more Instagram and IG content Monday. Depends on how I feel though. I know I need to do some IG stories or whatever, but it's like I can do those without actually putting, you know, makeup on, so that's why I'm all about those. Okay, so let's get the powdering. I'm gonna use the translucent honey powder from Laura Mercier to put underneath the eyes and highlight my face with. And I'm trying to decide if I should use the powder brush to put on my setting powder, and just like use a, I think I'm gonna do the finishing powder today just so we can use the powder brush, but we'll see. And this powder just looks so nice underneath the eyes. Because it's not like super bright, but at the same time it's not like a beigeish tone. I like that beigeish tone sometimes, but sometimes I just want to, like, you know, bright honey eyelid. Or not honey, but more, you know, yellow undertone. All depends on how I feel. I'm about to start pulling on my summertime bronzers, just like it's been in the 90s for like the last week here in Chicago. So I'm like, okay. So you trying to tell me it's summertime Chicago and I need to adjust my products accordingly? Got it. So I'm telling y'all, it's been 93, like, I feel like damn it every day last week. And I think like the week before. It rained like one day, but I'm like, it's been in the 70s to like 90s here. So I'm like, okay. Like, I'm already getting farmer's tan on my arm from when I have to drive to work because of the way the sun sets when I go and all of that. So, okay, so this is what the powder on our face is looking like. Using the sponge. I'm going to use the Peach Perfect one in my skin tone for the rest of my face. Now, unfortunately, I'm not going to use the blush brush on camera with you all, but I'm going to try to use as much of everything else as I can. That's why I'm putting on the finishing powder today, which I didn't plan on doing, but because, yeah, I got to finish up this video, I'm going to just go ahead and put one on so that way we can use the powder brush as well. Because the only brush we're not going to use here is the blush brush. So we're not going to use this one because it's, I'm assuming it's the blush brush. It doesn't really say in the box which brush is for what, but we already used the foundation brush, and we're going to use these three. So let's get into my bronzer. So I have the Glowish bronzer from, wait, no, let me spray my face first and then we can get into that. So I'm going to take, like I said, we're going to use this, and we're going to take this A58 brush, which is the bronzer brush, I'm assuming, and I'm going to go in with this. I mean, obviously, you know, you can use brushes for whatever you want, but I'm just trying to follow what it says, and I'm tapping off the excess because since, oh god, yeah, see, since the brush is oh, I really like the way this one feels on the face. And as you saw, I tapped off a lot, and you still got a lot of bronzer. So imagine I have left it on there, how it would look, girl. A mess, child, just a mess. So, okay, I know not to be dipping into that much again, so I'm lightly dip this time and sponge, tap off, and yeah, see how it's not giving me as crazy a look because I didn't dip in nearly as much as I did on this side. I'm gonna let me calm down, but I'm gonna have to build up a little bit more just because, you know, we got that side looking like that, and they got match. So let me do a little bit more. And take it across here. I usually don't bronze my hairline just because the majority of the time, y'all know, just like right now, I have something covering my head. So I'm like, I don't really need to. They give us hats at work, so I wear the hat at work, or I wear a bandana. I gotta do it on camera. But so we have used a good amount of brushes. Let me go ahead and put this highlighter on now. I'm nervous about this A22 brush just because I feel like this is a huge brush for highlighter, and I don't know if I'm necessarily gonna like this for a highlighter brush, but let's try it. Okay. It's working better than I thought. It's just so big. Like, I like the fact that, I like the way it's diffusing the highlighter because of like the hairs on the brush, but I still don't like the fact that it's so big. Like, Ariel, honey, why is this brush so big? Okay, so I'm gonna go off camera now because I gotta do the blush video. It's a battle of the, so I gotta go battle it against another blush. Then I will come back and we'll finish highlighting the high points of my face. We'll do the finishing powder situation, and then we'll talk about how I feel about all these brushes. I feel like I've given a little bit of idea here and there about how I feel about certain ones, but I mean, like, the collection as a whole, we'll talk about it in a second. Okay, I'll be right. Okay, y'all, so I just finished up the other part of the video with this brush, and I will say I like the way it applies blush. This is the side I apply the blush on with this brush. I feel like it looks nice, you know, and cute and all that good stuff. So let's finish putting on a highlighter because I don't like to put highlighter on before I put my blush on. What is this? Sorry, y'all, I saw a random line on the bottom of my face and I was like, what is that? I was trying to see if it was like a hair or something. Anyway, let's put, I'm nervous about putting this brush toward the high points of my face because it's so huge. Yeah, see, this is what I was afraid of. I don't like it on the high points of my face. Like, down the middle of my face is fine, but like when I have to highlight the high points of my face, I feel like it's much too wide for that. And it's not going to give me a precise like application because it's so huge. I mean, if you like to just spread the glow everywhere, then I guess it's fine for that. But like, I'm telling you now, I'm not really feeling this one too much for what it's intended for. Maybe I can find another purpose for it, but like right now, doing this, no. It doesn't. Like, other parts of my face to highlight, yeah, it's fine for that. But like, just for the high points where you like to put highlighter and all that, I don't like it for that because I feel like it's too big and flimsy. If I was messily applying highlight everywhere, then yeah, it's totally fine. Or maybe this would be good like for body highlights, so like when you have to do your décolleté and stuff, like maybe this would be a good brush for that. But on the high points of your face, no sis, just no. Okay, so let's spray the face, and then we'll get to use the last brush, which is the A21 the powder brush. Okay, so we're gonna put the finishing powder on now with the A21. And then we'll finish off spraying my face with the professional super sample I have there. And then we'll get into my final thoughts on, you know, all these brushes. Even though you already have my thoughts on, I think, 2 of them for sure. Let's go ahead and get the dust in. Oh, this is my high shine from NYX. It was on sale for a long time for 50% off, and they finally went back to $12. But as you can see, I'm hitting pan on it because it's actually something I use pretty often. Anyway, I'm just lightly dusting over everything to give like an airbrush effect, if you will. And nice glow from within around the face, especially since we use a matte foundation. So I guess I should be glad I use a matte foundation so I can try out this powder brush by using, you know, all these glowy things. Okay, now we're going to spray the final spray, and then we're going to start talking about all these brushes. Because I have thoughts. I hate to say, but the mister on this is really nice, and I actually do like it, but, you know, I'm not going to actually ever buy it because Benefit said fuck me, so fuck them. Okay, so I guess I'll start in the way we use them. Okay, so we'll start off with this A24. Now, I told you I don't like this for foundation just because it's a little too soft for my liking. I might try it to buff out my concealer when I do spot conceal my face, like I normally do, instead of the one I normally use. I took it back in the bathroom so I can't show it to you. It's from the Morphe collection for BH Cosmetics, the one I normally use. It's a little bit smaller, but I feel like this one might work a little bit better and help me get it done quicker because it'll cover more ground because it's bigger. So I'm going to try it as that, but like for foundation itself, I don't like it. But since that would be spot concealer underneath the foundation, it wouldn't make as much of a difference. But I just felt like this spreaded away the foundation and didn't give me the coverage that I'd like it to do the way normal foundation brushes do. So I personally don't like it. Maybe it'll go better with like, you know, a more thinner liquidy formula of foundation. But as far as for the formula I use, which I thought was kind of liquidy, I feel like this didn't do that great a job. That's just my personal opinion. But like I said, I'm going to use it to blend out my spot concealer on the dark spots on my face, and I feel like it'll work just fine for that. So it's a keeper for that reason. But as far as using it for actual foundation, I will never try it for that again. Maybe with a thicker one, because with the thinner one it feels like it just spread it everywhere. Next we have this A58 brush. So I really liked this for bronzer. I think it looked really nice. I think it really did a nice job with my bronzer. I want to try with some other bronzers though, because that formulation is really thin and like, you know, it feels like light as air and nothing, just like I said in the review earlier and read the description. That video is up right now if you're interested. I don't know when this one's going up, but that one went up today, which is Sunday. I really like this brush. I think it's nice. Ariel did not let me down with that one. The next one we have is the A3.2. Now, you didn't see me use this on camera in this video. I used it in the video you'll see later on in the week. But I do like this brush for blush. I felt like it did a really good job in the application, like I told you all a little bit earlier. I really like the material of these particular brushes. Like, I don't know, they feel like some of the softest brushes I figure you'll get from Morphe, but they should be for the price point, because again, this whole set was like $100. But I feel like it was money well spent, because I feel like these will actually last, unlike other Morphe brushes. Because with Morphe brushes, honey, you gotta check. Like, I only check for the ones they do with collabers, because I feel like the collabers, since they're putting their name on it, is actually gonna be better than the normal Morphe quality. Because I feel like I only have like one normal Morphe, two Morphe quality brushes that I like, and it's from the gunmetal line, which they discontinued for some weird reason. And I feel like those are the best brushes. And then it's like one from the gold line that I think they changed the name of, that I really like, is the highlighter brush. But otherwise, I don't really mess with Morphe brushes. Like, their eye brushes were really scratchy, and I just can't be bothered. So I only buy collab brushes like this one. And like I said, Ariel did not let me down. I really like this one. Now for the highlighter brush, I like this one just fine for, like, you know, toward the middle of my face. I just feel like it's way too big for when I have to highlight my cheekbones, because I can't get that precise application with it. But I said that when I was using it. And this is an A22, so I feel like this is more for like body highlight, for my personal opinion. Like, if I have a tiny dress on and I think I'm looking sexy and I want to like highlight my chest and my décolleté, I would probably use that for this. And then I could highlight the middle of my face or whatever, and then I have to go in with a precisely smaller brush, like the one I was just talking about Morphe has. It's a I forgot what it's part. It's part of the gold collection. It's a Y something, and it's much smaller and tapered, so it gives you better application of highlighter. But you know, this can be good for body highlight, and since I already have it, I'm going to use it, so we'll use it for body highlighting most likely. The last one I have to talk about, I think it's actually probably my favorite, the A21, this powder brush. This is wonderful. I want to try it with bronzer too, just to see. So when I don't want precise bronzer application, I want to do like more bigger rounded application of bronzer. I feel like this will be really good. Plus it felt really nice with the powders, so I'll probably replace this brush in the bathroom with the powder brush that I have in there. I don't remember which one I have. I don't use powders that often, but I want to try this with a foundation powder and see how that application goes. So I might do that tomorrow. But yeah, I'm really liking the majority of the brushes, and I'm gonna try this one in the way I told you all about tomorrow. So the only one that won't get used tomorrow most likely will be the highlighter brush, and that's just because I don't want to have to wash two brushes when I could just wash one brush and highlight everywhere with it. But yeah, the face brushes I definitely like. So if they still have these on also, I would recommend that you get the face brush set. I can't speak on the eye brush set because like I told y'all, we ain't used them yet. I'm gonna use them literally in the next video that's coming up. Oh, we didn't talk about the sponge, y'all. Okay, so when I wet it, it felt really soft and nice, but I feel like it's a little stiffer than some other sponges. So if you like a little stiffer sponge, you might like it. I mean, I'm indifferent to it. I think it's nice. I'm going to use it for its 3-month shelf life and then move on. If I don't get it again, that'll be fine, because I have like beauty blenders, and then you know that AOA sponge that's like $1 whatever. It feels really nice and really similar to a beauty blender, so it's like I'd obviously just tell you to get that one instead. But if this comes with the face set, then I mean, it's fine for you to have it. I don't think it does, so I think it only comes with the box from what I remember. But I mean, it's just a sponge. It's not like an exceptional sponge. It's not a sponge that I like have to have in my collection. It's just a sponge, so I can take or leave the sponge. But the face set I definitely will take. And the eye brushes we'll have to talk about after I use them. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds. If you want to hear about the eye brush set, watch the Adept Cosmetics what is this called? Codaine palette review that I'm about to film next, and then you will know how I feel about the eye brushes. So like I said, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Okay, be blessed. Bye.